Hello, this is Ashton Lamar Wilson, mentor, life coach, motivational speaker, minister of the gospel. I know you're wondering why I have this mask on my face, because a lot of us walk around with these masks. We walk around hiding hurt. We walk around hiding pain. We walk around holding on to the past. We walk around and don't let go. We hide under this mask because we're too afraid to be ourselves. Some of us want to give up and let go. But there's a story I want to tell. And hopefully by the end of this, we can find love and you can take off this mask. There was a 12-year-old boy that I heard about that hung himself in Fort Lauderdale. And the first thing that popped to my mind was why? Why would a little boy hang himself? The next day, he was supposed to go to school and start at a new school. This little boy was overweight, and he dreaded that he was overweight. He dreaded that the children at the school were going to tease him. But as a believer, one of our greatest kindness we can show others is to take away their false shame through love and acceptance. This little boy was so afraid. He had this mask on. He was so afraid to go to this new school because he thought people were going to make fun of him. Why are people in church so quick to judge? If I'm not on your block, I'm driving and I'm going to come to your block. Okay? When a young girl walks in there pregnant and we give her that funny look. Why? What about that person that come in with all them tattoos? Why? What about if a homeless man come into church? We'll look at him funny. Right? Why are we so quick to judge? I don't need you to judge me because I judge myself daily. This is a daily walk for me. We can't walk around judging others. I remember there's a story in the Bible, and in the story the disciples met a man who was blind from birth, and they asked Jesus, "What is the result of his own sin or those of his parents?" This is in John 9:2. So here the Lord really showed me something. The disciples were not concerned that the man needed help or that he spent his life in darkness. They started discussing his shortcomings right in his face. Why do we walk around and discuss people's shortcomings right in their face and not really realizing that once we were lost, but now we find only by God's grace? They started discussing it right in his face. So it is easier to label people than to love them. We have to quit walking around labeling people. When I love, it's hard. And love is something worked at and worked for. And I continue every day in this pursuing dream to love others and love just like Christ. When we label things, we label things because we think we know what's on the inside. We label people for the same reason. I'm not saying you can't speak the truth. That's not what I'm saying, because I always want to speak the truth. But when you speak the truth, the person's heart must be ready. You have to give a message with love, or the message and the messenger will be rejected. I stand for what I know to be right and to be true, and I'm always going to stand for that. We rather debate homosexuality than befriend someone who's gay. We condemn divorce than help its victims. Argue about abortion than support the orphanages, or we gripe about social service programs than to help the poor. A person must also participate in their own rescue. You have to realize that you're not going to be able to help and save everyone. But I'm trying to teach you not to judge, but try to love and help, and try to help and show that person they must participate in their own rescue. Jesus Jesus didn't see this blind man as a victim of faith. He saw him as an opportunity waiting to happen. Okay? It's possible for a person to change no matter what the circumstance looks like or what the situation looks like. It's possible. Okay? All things are possible through Christ. Okay? All things. Jesus said to the disciples, you're looking for someone to blame. Look inside for what God can do. That's in John 3. Another version says, but this happens so that the works of God might be displayed in him. So sometimes, whatever that person might be going through, God is going to use you to show his glory and to show his works through that person or that situation or that problem. Okay? If you don't love people, you can't love God. And actually, you don't even know him at all. The greatest gift you can give is love. When you show the love of Christ, people will start to open up, and God's help will start to heal them, and they'll start to follow Christ and follow you. Message from Ashton Wilson, motivational speaker. Have a blessed day.